you, and you're listening here to a Faster PC Live Technical Support. We want to welcome you back here to a Faster PC Live Technical Support. We are here ready to answer your computer, technical, streaming, and cybersecurity questions. And you know what? If you don't have questions, we have a great show lined up for you anyway. We're going to be showing you today, going over how you can actually watch the MLB All-Star Game, also the Home Run Derby. If you don't have cable TV, I know a lot of people, you're seeing your cable bills go up. You don't want that to happen. So hey, we're going to be talking about how you can actually bring those bills down, how you can actually cut the cord and still watch what you want to watch. We'll also be going over the Microsoft and Adobe Patch Tuesday release. Their patches were just released. We'll go over those so that you can know what is out there, the threats that are out there, and we'll also show you how you can actually install those updates to make sure that your systems are protected and updated. In addition to that, we will go over the latest and biggest cybersecurity threats that are out there. Now, if you're listening on the radio, just know that we are also streaming this to Facebook and YouTube. You can ask your questions by calling us at 772-340-1590. Again, 772-340-1590. And you know what? If you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio. Maybe you don't want people to hear what you say, or you just don't know how you can really phrase your question. It's okay. We're no question. Don't think your question is too stupid. Don't think that people are going to think you're stupid if you ask a question. Listen. Computers are complicated. And it's like a different language, really. So you can feel free to ask your question at 772-340-1590. But in addition to that, you can head over to our live videos at Facebook and YouTube. You can type your questions into the comment section of the live videos. We'll go over those. We'll actually show you how to in some of those, we'll actually be able to show you the steps that we go through to resolve those computer and technical questions, and the cybersecurity questions, the streaming questions, whatever it is. And here's another thing: if there's anything coming up that you want to be able to watch, you want to know how to watch. If you didn't have cable TV, well, get them lined up. Let us know about those, and we'll prepare to cover those before those events happen. Maybe it's a sporting event. Maybe it's another music awards or something, some other type of award show. Whatever the case is, if you're into it and you want to learn how to watch it, we can actually schedule to go over that on a future show. So get those questions, and you can type the questions in even if you're watching the video after the fact and you want that question to be answered in a future video. Just type the question into the comment section. We'll go over that. To get to our YouTube page and our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, go to our website at fasterpc.com. Click on the link at the very top that says Live Technical Support. There's a red button at the very top, right in the middle, that says Live Technical Support. On the left-hand side, it shows you various ways that you can get live technical support from a Faster PC. On the right-hand side, there's various ways that you can watch and listen to a Faster PC live technical support. We do have a lot of the content from this show we roll out into separate videos. So, if you don't want to watch the entire show, but maybe you want to see the cybersecurity rundown, the cybersecurity threat rundown, maybe you want to see the Patch Tuesday update, you'll be able to actually to see that over there on our video section. We also have shorts. Shorts are just little snippets that just give you a little quick highlight, and most of the time it's on cybersecurity or something like that. But we also do have shorts. Well, I actually live streamed the 4th of July Freedom Festival fireworks show, and actually had 2 shorts that showed the grand finale of that. So you can head over to our website, fasterpc.com, and again, on the right hand side, you see links to our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and also the various videos that we have as well. So if you're out there and you're a baseball fan, you want to be able to watch the games out there, what you want to do is you want to actually have the ability to watch these games. And we're talking about the All-Star game, and we're talking about the Home Run Derby. So how do you watch this? Well, what we're going to do, we're going to show you and go over this, how you can actually watch this. So when we're looking at the games, first of all, the Home Run Derby will happen first. And let me get over to the screen that actually goes over that. So the Home Run Derby will be on ESPN and also on ESPN Plus. So if you have cable TV, chances are you have ESPN. But if you don't have cable TV, the only way you'll be able to watch the Home Run Derby is with ESPN or ESPN Plus. So ESPN Plus is available as a subscription. It's about $12 a month. They don't have a trial for ESPN Plus. However, ESPN is carried on most of the cable TV substitute packages like YouTube TV or Fubo or Hulu plus live TV or DirecTV, their streaming package, or Sling. So you could actually sign up for a trial if it's important enough to you, and you'd be able to watch that. Or you could just subscribe to ESPN for a month, and you would be able to watch that. And again, this will be the Home Run Derby. It's really amazing to see how many home runs they can hit, and so on and so forth. Well, if you want to watch the All-Star game, the All-Star game will be aired on Fox. And the good news about Fox is that it is aired over the air, at least in the U.S., with digital antennas. You can capture this. If you live in a major city, chances are you can even have an indoor antenna, and you'll be able to capture Fox, and you'll be able to actually watch the All-Star game. Now, if you are a little bit away from a major city, then you can get an outdoor antenna. And if you are not in a place where you're allowed to have an outdoor antenna, well, it's okay. You could get an outdoor antenna and maybe run the cable out the window just for, hey, is the guy really going to drive by in his golf cart to check to see whether you have that out there right then? Probably not, but even if he does, by the time he reports it to the board, you'll have it back inside the house, and you can take a picture and say, listen, it's not even there. And so, I've addressed the situation. But we have had people that have actually used these inside, and you can have it inside pointed at a window or out a window facing toward where the antenna is, or the broadcast antenna for the station. You also can install these in your attic, and most of these will actually rotate, and you can actually install them in your attic, and they won't get as good a reception in your attic as they will outside, but you can actually still get fairly good reception, and there's a good chance that you can pick up Fox and of course watch the All-Star game for free. Now we are going to the lines, and hopefully we'll have time to answer this question before the break, and if not, we'll pick it up on the other side of the break. But we do have Steve on the line. How can we help you today, Steve?
Hey, sir. I don't know if it's outside the realm of your normal questions, but I was trying to play a game that I ended up getting a refund for, but it said that it required ray tracing, which I've never come across that before, because all I know about ray tracing is that it's subjectively, better lighting and things like that, but I've never seen it be a requirement. Do you happen to know if there's a way around something like that?
Okay, and what is it again that you're trying to accomplish?
I'm just simply trying to run a game that will not let me run it. My graphics card does not support ray tracing.
Okay, yeah. So some games do require high-end graphics and high-end video capability, and really for those out there that aren't gamers, it may come as a surprise that some gamers actually spend more on a video card than some people spend on their computer. And some of the high-end video cards are very expensive. So if the game that you're trying to run requires ray tracing and your card will not support ray tracing, then you may have to update your video card. And what I would do is, first of all, look at the game that you're trying to run and look at they're going to have two requirements. They're going to have minimum requirements, and then they're going to have recommended requirements. So look at the minimum requirements, but really if you want to be a little bit better, I mean really most gamers are going to want to be better than minimum, you're going to want to look for the recommended requirements. And you're going to want to look for a card. Now, when you get a new card, that new card is probably might require more power. Maybe your power supply supports it. Maybe it doesn't support it. You may need a bigger, more powerful power supply to support that card. And if you need help with any of that, with selecting the card, we can help you. We do have gamers on staff that can help and assist with selecting the right video card for the game that you're playing. It all really comes down to the game that you're playing and the minimum, or not just the minimum, but the recommended requirements for that. And sometimes, yes, you do have to upgrade. A lot of gamers update on a regular basis so that they can stay up. But there's some payoffs. It does help the performance of the game as well.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for a Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes, or you just go to our website, afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Minisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Microsoft has announced that they are ending support for Windows 10 October 14, 2025. If you continue to use Windows 10 after that point, your computer will be susceptible to security vulnerabilities. A Faster PC can upgrade most computers to Windows 11, even if Microsoft has told you that your computer isn't compatible, and we can even do so remotely without you needing to bring your computer in. Don't be a sitting duck for hackers. Let a Faster PC upgrade your computer. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
When you need to protect your computer from hackers,
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC is located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie, next to Dollar General.
and on the web at
www.fastpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a Faster PC?
For more information, call 772-878-5978. Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio. This is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer technical streaming and cybersecurity questions. And just like that last call that called in, your call doesn't have to be on a particular topic as long as it's related to computers, technology, streaming, cybersecurity. We can cover the question. And, sometimes, hey, we have to do a little bit of research. And in the case of, with that question, with a game, you have to look at the minimum requirements, the recommended requirements, and see. But don't hold back on your questions. Your question could be on a different topic than what we've been looking at. And, there are certain things that we're going to go over today. We're going to go over the latest and biggest cybersecurity threats, whether we do that on the radio or we have to extend the show out to an additional bonus time on the live stream. We will do that. And the Microsoft Patch Tuesday, the Adobe Patch Tuesday, we'll go over that as well. In fact, short of questions, we're going to head over there right now to go over this. So Microsoft just dropped a huge security update. Their Patch Tuesday is huge this month. 130 CVEs. Now, CVE stands for Common Vulnerabilities and Exploits, including 10 critical bugs, some so dangerous they can let hackers take over your system without even clicking on anything. So you're going to need to stay tuned because we're going to break down the biggest threats that you must watch first. So here's the deal. Microsoft's July Patch Tuesday is here, and it's a monster. Microsoft just released fixes for 130 vulnerabilities across Windows, Office, Azure, and more. Even worse, 10 are critical, and one is already publicly known. That means that hackers are probably either exploiting it or they will be soon. And with third-party patches, third-party deals, with third-party vulnerabilities, it brings the total to actually 140 CVEs this month. So why is there a surge this month? Well, we're not exactly sure. Maybe Microsoft is trying to patch these all before some big hacker conferences that are coming up soon, or maybe it's just the way things go. But one thing is for certain, you need to get out there and install these patches immediately. Get these installed so that your computer can be protected. So we're going to go over the biggest of these threats. There's the SPNEGO Extended Navigation, or NEGO X. security mechanism, remote code execution vulnerability. Remote code execution, or RCE, is where code can be executed remotely without someone actually having physical access to the computer. This heap-based buffer overflow impacts the Windows SPNEGO extended negotiation component and allows remote, unauthenticated attackers to execute code simply by sending a malicious message to the affected system. Since there's no user interaction and since the code executes with elevated privileges, this bug falls into the wormable class of bugs. Microsoft also gives this its highest exploitability index rating, which means they expect attack within 30 days. Definitive test and deploy these patches. Definitely test and deploy these patches quickly. I would say, you know what? Get out there, install the patch, make sure that you're protected. Microsoft SQL Server has a remote code execution vulnerability. Speaking of heap-based buffer overflows, here's one in SQL Server that could lead to code execution by an attacker executing a malicious query on an affected SQL Server system. They could also escape the context of the SQL Server and execute code on the host itself. Servicing this will not be easy. If you're running your own application or an affected third-party application on an affected system, you will need to update your application to use Microsoft OLE DB driver 18 or 19. The bulletin has full details, so be sure to read it carefully and ensure you take the steps to address this vulnerability fully. So this is critical. There are a lot of programs that run on SQL. So you may not know what SQL is. You may not know if you have it or not, but quite often there are a lot of programs, maybe programs that you're running on your systems, that use SQL. There's a Microsoft SharePoint remote code execution vulnerability. This bug originated from PWN2Own Berlin and was used as part of a chain by the Vitel cybersecurity team to exploit SharePoint and win $100,000. In other words, Microsoft is paying security experts to try to find ways and try to find vulnerabilities and to hack into their system. And if they're capable of doing that, they actually get rewarded. And then Microsoft knows about the vulnerability and can actually patch the vulnerability. This particular bug allowed code injection over the network. On its own, it requires some level of authentication. However, at the contest, the team paired it with an authentication bypass bug to evade this requirement. Their demonstration shows how authentication alone cannot be trusted to protect from attacks. There's also a Microsoft Office remote code execution vulnerability. This is one of 4 critically rated Office bugs in this release. All of them have the preview pane listed as an attack vector. So you may have seen that where you're actually clicking on the file, you don't actually open the file, but the file previews. Well, there are certain files that are maliciously crafted and certain Microsoft Office bugs that can allow malicious code to be run just through previewing the file. This is the 3rd month in a row with critically rated Office bugs, which is a disturbing trend. And you need to make sure that, first of all, you're running a version of Microsoft Office that is currently supported and is being updated. By the way, anything before Microsoft Office 2016 is not being supported and is not being updated. Microsoft Office 2016 is only going to be updated through October 14th, just like Windows 10. So it's important that you update to a newer version, either Microsoft 365, or they do now have out Microsoft Office 2024. But even those newer versions still have to be updated. So Mac users are out of luck, since updates for Microsoft Office LTSC for Mac 2021 and 2024 aren't available yet. Perhaps it's time to consider disabling the preview pane until Microsoft sorts some of these problems out. And of course, if you have a Windows-based computer, make sure that you're installing the updates. Now, these updates are really big. They are, again, one of them is publicly known, and 10 are critical. You need to make sure that you get out and install the updates right away. So what we're going to do, I'm going to switch over to a full screen, and I will actually show you how you can actually install the Microsoft Windows updates. And then we'll go over the Adobe updates after that. So let's see here. Let me find okay, here we go. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to click on the Start button. In Windows 10, that's on the left-hand side. It's a 4-pane window. In Windows 11, it's closer to the center unless you've moved it to the left. We're going to look for the settings or gear. Some people call it a cog. I've moved mine into a utilities folder. We're going to load that up, and then we're going to go to Windows Updates. Once we go to Windows Updates, this is going to check for updates, or if your updates haven't yet been installed, you'll actually see those updates available, and you can go ahead and install them. You can search for updates if you don't have those updates installed yet, or if you want to know whether you have the updates or whether updates are available, you can actually search for updates. I will tell you, if you want to actually make sure that your updates, and it is important to make sure that your updates are installed quickly. Really, when you have a major update like this, 130, really 140 with the third-party patches out there, the third-party vulnerabilities, 140 of them, 10 of them rated as critical, 1 publicly known, and 1 Microsoft says, hey, this is going to be exploited within the next 30 days. You'll want to make sure that you get these updates as quickly as possible. So a faster PC does have managed services, and with our managed services, all of our managed services clients, and we have this for businesses, for attorneys' offices, for accountants' offices, medical offices, dental offices, nonprofits. We have it for people that have home offices. We have this for people that actually have just a residential computer. We have various plans of managed services, and all of our managed services clients get automated patch management. Twice a day, we're looking for patches to programs such as, Windows. We're looking for updates twice a day to Windows. We're also, on average, every 4 hours, looking for updates to programs such as Google Chrome, Firefox, Zoom, 7-Zip, Adobe Reader, some other programs out there. We're looking to updates to those. There have been zero-day threats in the last few years to all of these, multiple zero-day threats, even in the last few months with Google Chrome. So you want to really, you could keep track of these and figure out, when are these happening? Or you could just actually get the updates installed. And that's what we're encouraging you to do. Go ahead and get those updates installed. Make sure that you're installing those updates. And that all happens automatically through our managed clients. If you're interested in signing up for our managed services, give us a call, 772-878-5978, or visit us on the web at fasterpc.com. Now we're going to go over the Adobe threats. There are some Adobe threats out there as well, and Adobe has aligned their updates with Microsoft's Patch Tuesday as well. So Adobe just dropped 13 security bulletins fixing 60 security holes, including 5 critical flaws in ColdFusion that could let hackers take over your system. If you're using any Adobe apps, you need to patch ASAP. And we're going to show you, we're going to not only go over these biggest threats real quickly here, we're also going to show you how you can actually install these patches as well. So again, ColdFusion is the biggest of these threats, and it has the most critical of these. If you're using ColdFusion, you want to make sure that it has a priority 1 update that you need to get installed right away. So there's also a patch for FrameMaker, and that fixes 15 CVEs, or common vulnerabilities and exploits, including 13 critical bugs that could lead to code execution. The only other double-digit CVE bulletin is for Illustrator that fixes 10 bugs. So if you're out there, you're using Adobe, let me switch over to a full screen. I'll show you how you can make sure that you are installing these. So this is, would be if you're using Adobe Creative Cloud. Now, if you're using an earlier version, you might not have access to these patches. You might just be a sitting duck. So you know what? You might want to just subscribe and get the updates. But look for updates. Go ahead and click on updates, and you can also check for updates. And so I actually have the updates set up for automatic updates. You can actually click on manage updates, and you can turn on all of the automatic updates. I would encourage you to go ahead and do that. And also you can check for updates, and it will search for updates. But if the program's running, it'll search for updates automatically and install those automatically. That's what you need. Of course, if you're not using a paid version, but you're using Adobe Reader, well, you'll want to make sure that those are updated again. And you know what? Our managed plans do cover that.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-5090. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-5090, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Microsoft has announced that they are ending support for Windows 10 October 14, 2025. If you continue to use Windows 10 after that point, your computer will be susceptible to security vulnerabilities. A Faster PC can upgrade most computers to Windows 11, even if Microsoft has told you that your computer isn't compatible, and we can even do so remotely without you needing to bring your computer in. Don't be a sitting duck for hackers. Let a Faster PC upgrade your computer. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
When you need to protect your computer from hackers,
You need a faster PC. PC?
A faster PC is located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie, next to Dollar General.
And on the web at
www.afastpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
For more information, call 772-878-5978. Welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to A Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for A Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
That's right, you do. We are back ready to answer your computer questions, your technical questions, your cybersecurity questions, your streaming questions as well. And if you're listening to this, watching this after the fact, even online right now, you can actually type your question into the comment section, and we will actually go over that. I did just check those questions. I didn't see anything, but if anything comes in this next segment, even if we have to roll it out to extend this segment, we'll go ahead and do that. Hackers are everywhere, stealing passwords through Kaseya tools, locking down Ingram Micro with ransomware, and even hiding malware in Chrome extensions downloaded 1.7 million times. And by the way, your car's Bluetooth, yeah, that's hackable too. Stay tuned, because we're going to break down the biggest and most critical cybersecurity threats and also show you how you can actually protect yourself. So one of the things that is needed and in fact is required by a lot of the cybersecurity regulations that are out there, including HIPAA. If you're a medical office, dental office, HIPAA applies to you. If you are a real estate appraiser, or you are deal with anything related to financing, even if you have a business and you use a third-party service to provide financing for your customers, you are subject to the FTC safeguards. All of these require periodic vulnerability scanning. Well, one of the providers of vulnerability scans actually had two major vulnerabilities, and these were actually detected by the company we use for third-party scans, and the company we use, and also Kaseya, who's the company that actually provides the vulnerable scan, actually had found they actually worked on critical security vulnerabilities and actually patched those prior to release of this. But the first of these, the software Rapid Fire, was actually storing administrative passwords in unprotected plain text files on local machines. So what would happen is that an attacker could actually gain access to those passwords. Also, the second one pertained to the use of predictable static encryption methods, allowing potential decryption of sensitive data. So the two companies worked together and they actually came up with solutions to resolve this issue. And that all happened prior to the release of this information. But if you're out there, you're using RapidFire, or your IT security firm is using RapidFire, you need to make sure that the RapidFire tools are updated to the latest version, that temp files and temp directories are cleared, and that the passwords that are being used are rotated on a regular basis. Ingram Micro confirms that they were the victim of a ransomware attack. Ingram Micro is a major IT distributor, distributing IT components, and they were actually hacked. They experienced a significant outage due to a ransomware attack by the SafePay group. The attack began when employees discovered ransom notes on their devices, leading the company to shut down internal systems, including its website and ordering platforms. The attackers reportedly gained access through compromised credentials, possibly via Ingram Micro's Global Protect VPN. While the ransom note claimed data theft, such assertions are standard in SafePay's tactics and remain unverified in this case. In response, Ingram Micro took affected systems offline, initiated an investigation with cybersecurity experts, and notified law enforcement. By July 8th, the company had begun restoring its transactional services and apologizes for the disruption caused to customers and service providers. So if you're out there, you're thinking, hey, you know what, this is a really big company, it's not going to happen to me. It can happen to you. Small businesses, medium-sized businesses, even people working in their home, even consumers, residential clients are being attacked by ransomware and other types of attacks. So you need to protect yourself. Info stealers as a service are showing record highs. So a recent report by a cybersecurity firm highlights a 156% surge in identity-based cyber attacks, driven by a rise in info stealers as a service, or IaaS, and phishing as a service, or PHAAS platforms. These services offer pre-built kits for as little as $200 to $300 per month, enabling attackers to bypass multi-factor authentication using adversary in the middle techniques. The stolen credentials and session cookies are then exploited for financial crimes like business email compromise and cryptocurrency theft, with BEC, or business email compromise, incidents increasing by 60% year over year. So imagine your customers, your employees even, maybe your board members, getting emails that say they come from your company, from legitimate sources, that are either trying to infect them, trying to trick them into transferring money, trying to trick them into paying for an invoice. And again, the money would be going to the hackers and the scammers, not to you. So this is really important that you actually are aware that this is happening. The emergence of new info stealers underscores the evolving threat landscape. To mitigate these risks, organizations are advised to implement phishing-resistant authentication methods, continuously monitor for unusual login activities, and remain vigilant against unsolicited emails and attachments. So here's the thing. What this means is that it's easier for a hacker to actually go after you. It's easier for a hacker. A hacker doesn't have to know how to do it. They can actually pay $200 to $300 a month to someone that does know how to do it, and that entity that knows how to do it will allow them to use their tools and the techniques that they have used to actually try to break in to your system and to compromise your system. There's a malicious Google Chrome extension with over 1.7 million downloads. Researchers have identified nearly a dozen malicious Google Chrome extensions that have been downloaded over 1.7 million times from the Chrome Web Store. These extensions, which appear as legitimate tools like VPNs, color pickers, and emoji keyboards, secretly track user browser activity and can redirect them to potentially unsafe websites. The malicious behavior is embedded in the background service workers of the extension, capturing visited URLs and sending them to remote servers. Despite some of these extensions being verified and highly rated, they pose significant privacy risk. Users are strongly advised to remove these extensions, clear their browsing data, and monitor their systems for any suspicious activity. There's a big major Bluetooth vulnerability that could lead to cars being hacked. Security experts have uncovered critical vulnerabilities in BlueSDK Bluetooth stack used in millions of vehicles from manufacturers like Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, and Skoda. Dubbed Perfect Blue, these flaws allow attackers within Bluetooth range to remotely execute code on the car's infotainment system, potentially accessing sensitive data such as location, audio recordings, and contact information. Open Synergy and developers of BlueSDK released patches in September 2024. However, many automakers have yet to deploy these updates, leaving numerous vehicles exposed. Owners are advised to check for firmware updates and exercise caution when pairing devices with Bluetooth. There's a macOS info stealer, AMOS, maliciously evolving. The atomic macOS stealer, or AMOS, a prominent malware targeting Apple devices, has evolved to include a persistent backdoor, significantly increasing its threat level. This enhancement allows attackers to maintain continuous access to infected systems even after reboots and to deploy additional malicious software. AMOS is distributed through deceptive means such as fake applications and malicious websites, and has been linked to campaigns impersonating legitimate services like Spectrum and Homebrew. Security experts advise macOS users to exercise caution when downloading software and keep their systems updated to mitigate risk of infection. And I might add, how about adding zero trust application control? Hey, it's important even for a Mac. ServiceNow has a high risk vulnerability. A critical vulnerability in ServiceNow has been discovered, potentially allowing unauthorized access to sensitive data due to misconfigured access controls. This flaw stems from the default settings on the Simple List widget, which can expose internal records like IT tickets and employee details to unauthenticated users. Although ServiceNow has addressed this issue, organizations are advised to review their access control list, ACLs, and adjust public access settings to prevent data leakage. Implementing stricter access controls and utilizing tools like explicit roles plugins can further enhance security. Regular audits of configurations are recommended to ensure ongoing protection against such vulnerabilities. And over 500 scattered spider phishing domains found targeting multiple industries. Researchers have identified approximately 500 phishing domains linked to scattered spider hacking group, indicating a significant expansion in their target strategy. These domains mimic a wide array of industries, including manufacturing, medical technology, financial services, enterprise platforms, and others. It's important that you make sure that you are protecting yourself. And you may be saying, you know what, this is really confusing. I don't even know if any of these apply to me. You need a faster PC. Give us a call, 772-878-5978, 772-878-5978, or go to our website at fasterpc.com and schedule a discovery call. We can actually help you. We can protect you. We can keep your system safe.
We're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show, want to listen to or watch it again, or want to share it with your friends, head over to our website, afasterpc.com, and look at the top of the page. Right in the middle, there's a red button that says Live Technical Support. Click on that button. On the left-hand side, you'll see various ways that you can actually request live technical support from a Faster PC's technicians. On the right-hand side, you'll see how you can listen to and watch a Faster PC live technical support, including on the radio, on the TuneIn app, on your Alexa or Google speakers, and on our podcast, as well as links to both our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, where you'll not only be able to hear the show, but also see the show. We also have links to our YouTube channel's video page, where you can watch individual segments, and then also our shorts page, where you can watch little snippets of a Faster PC live technical support. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5, and next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning here on WPSL at 10 a.m. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church YouTube channel, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. If you have any computer questions for next week's show, you can type those into the comment section of our live videos over at YouTube and Facebook. Again, you can get the links to both of those by clicking on the live technical support button at our website, the top middle, and you can request live technical support on that page as well. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
I want to encourage you to pray for the families in Texas who have suffered loss, especially those who have lost loved ones. When people, even cities, states, and nations, go through difficult times and turn to God in prayer, God hears and answers those prayers. The people in Texas right now need your prayers, comfort, and support to make it through these difficult times. Please pray for them, and if you can help in other ways, do so.
WPSL Port St.